Well, hello from Augsburg, Germany. I wanted to make a video this morning. Um, Most of you are probably still in the bed. Maybe you'll see this when you first get up. It's about 9 a.m. here, but it's much earlier than that in Charleston. So I wanted to just kind of give you all a video update from my room here, which is a neat place. They've put me up at a hotel really close to the church. I can actually walk just a few feet to their new building, which is fantastic. The last time I preached here about 9 years ago, they were in another building, but this one is much nicer in the downtown area and really neat location. I'm actually staying two doors down. I can see it from my window from where Mozart's dad was born. I kid you not. This is an old city, historical city. So Tori found that to be real neat. So I had a good journey here. My flight went well. I did have a little bit of a problem in Paris. When I arrived in Paris, I knew that I only had a short window to make it to my connect flight, my transfer flight that would put me here in Germany. And so we were slow getting off the plane, which took time. And then just getting through to where I'm supposed to be took forever. And I realized right when they started boarding the plane, I could see that they were boarding on my phone, that I had to go back through security again, which was a huge line, and it was very slow. So about the time that I started headed toward the gate, they had been already loading the plane, boarding the plane for 20 minutes, and I just knew I was going to miss it. And so I pulled what I call a Home Alone running through the airport moment, trying to get there, and I finally make it to my gate, and there's a worker that's just yelling out Munich, 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 and I raised my hand and said, I'm Munich. And so I ran up and they said, hurry, hurry, keep going. And so I ran all the way to the gate, and the lady's there and she's hitting the computer, and I could see with my own eyes that it had closed. They'd already closed the gate. And I'm thinking, man, I missed my connect, which wouldn't have been the end of the world because there's plenty of flights throughout the day. They could have rescheduled me, but I just wanted to get on that plane. So thankfully, she reopened it, and I was able to make my flight to Munich. And I arrived safely yesterday morning. I was able to tour the church. Again, I haven't been at this new building, and it was really nice. And I was thankful to be able to see that, reconnect with Brother Krause and his family. His children has grown. I mean, it's been years since I've seen some of the smaller, or used to be smaller, children. And we had a great time. Last night's service was fantastic. There was a wonderful liberty in the worship, and had a great altar call. So today, this was Augsburg. I preached in Augsburg, Germany last night, and then tonight I will be preaching in Munich, which is really neat because 9 years ago, 10 years ago, I was a part of one of their first home Bible studies in Munich that they'd ever had, hoping to launch a church one day. And I still have pictures of gathering in a living room with somebody. Well, that church has now grown. That little group has now grown into a thriving body, and they're actually hosting the fellowship meeting with all the German churches today. So I'm really excited about that. That's actually this afternoon, I think, 2 o'clock our time, that this service will begin. So we want your prayers. There'll be German pastors from around the country. A friend of mine, actually, I found out, is coming all the way from Mannheim. Brother Vi, I know you guys have heard me and Brother Larry and Brother Travis talk about Bishop Vi. He's getting up in years and not able to travel as much, but his son, Sasha, who's a good friend of mine, is going to be coming. He'll actually be translating for me today, so I'm really excited to be able to see them. So I feel good. I feel rested. I'm trying to be careful in how I'm adjusting my sleep schedule because, as you know, it's a short turnaround, and I go right back to the United States on Monday. So keep us in your prayers. I honestly I knew that we had strict restrictions during COVID, but here in Germany it was even much more so, and it lasted a lot longer than ours did. So these churches are just now getting back to reconnecting and fellowship, and they're really excited. So please keep our service in your prayers. And then I'll be preaching tomorrow back at the home church here in Augsburg. And so I know you guys are going to have a great time in worship. I'm looking forward to hearing the great reports and looking forward to seeing you. So if you have any questions about my trip, I'm just want to keep you guys updated. Thank you for the prayers and support. And any questions that you have about the culture, what we're doing, or any pictures I post, or maybe you want to ask a question, I could even talk to the missionary. I might even try to have him greet you before Sunday through here or video or something. So love you all, miss you all. Thank you for the prayers, and I'll be checking back in soon. I'm saying goodbye from Germany.